Okay, I've done this last night, but the video didn't have any audio, and I happened to wake up a little bit earlier again, so we'll just repeat the thing again this morning. Good morning, hope you are having a good sleep right now. Let me turn off the chokes, tie down, wheel fairing. Okay, so our passenger brief been complete, flight authorization's been complete, maintenance release opened, seatbelt fastened, fuel selector, we'll start off with left, radio avionics is off, circuit breakers all in, carb heats off, and we turn the switch on, check the fuel pump. Yeah, I hear the noise, so fuel pump off, carb heats cold, mixture full, where is it, mixture full rich, throttle quarter-inch open, alternated static source is off, brake is set on, and propeller area is clear. I'll just get the primer. Okay, we'll start the engine, clear prop, okay, engine started, so let's check. Lines up. Today we're gonna start use the runway 29. Let's go turn on the radio master. Listen to ATIS.
Bankstown Airport information, Charlie 2200 Zulu. Wind tree 17 at Niner. Visibility 6. Sky condition clear. Temperature 12. Dew point 10. Altimeter 29.59er. Visual runway 29er center, visual runway 29er right, and visual runway 29er left in use. Landing and departing runway 29er center, runway 29er right, and runway 29er left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Charlie. Bankstown Airport information, Delta 2200 Zulu. Wind tree 17 at Niner. Visibility 6. Sky condition, clear. Temperature, 12. Dew point, 10. Altimeter 29.59er. Visual runway 29er center, visual runway 29er right, and visual runway 29er left in use. Landing and departing runway 29er center, runway 29er right, and runway 29er left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact, you have Delta. Bankstown Airport information, Delta 2200 Zulu. Wind 317 at 9er. Visibility, 6. Sky condition, clear.
Okay, we have clear sky. Wind is from 305 magnetic. So we're gonna have a slight crosswind from our right when we take off. I just parked that wind heading, so when I do the forced heading, I know which way the wind is coming from. Anyway, engine's been started, and we did do the after start checks, avionics, intercom's not on, but intercom I can tell you set and checked. Alternator is charging. Can turn this off. Mixture can lean. Where's the mixture lever? Yeah, mixture's leaned. Throttle is set to 1000 RPM. We have pressure in green, temperature in green, and we have lights on. Flaps 0 after start checks complete. Before we start taxiing, do the taxi brief. Today we expect to depart from runway 29 right. We'll taxi to Alpha run-up bay via Alpha, and then holding point Alpha 8, runway 29 right. We'll look out for the traffic on ground and the traffic that's vacating the runway. We're gonna give away to them. Any oncoming traffic will move to the right to make a room for both of us. Okay, taxi brief is complete. All right, let's release the parking brake. Get off the grass and check the brakes. Okay, my left brake is working, my right brake is also working. I'll hand over control to the instructor so he can check his brakes. Just assume that it's been done. Okay. Yep, Bankstown ground, Warrior, Tango November Kilo, received information, Delta, on mic, ready to taxi, ready for upwind departure. Okay, and taxi via Alpha run-up bay, Tango November Kilo. Okay, no traffic, right clear, left clear. Turning left, dipping left, skidding right, wings level, compass decreasing, and DI following. Turning right, dipping right, skidding left, wings level, compass increasing, and DI following. Taxi checks complete. Okay, parking brake set. In real life, we might have to wait here for a while until our engine's warm enough for me to do the run-up check. But I have temperatures in green, pressures in green, so I'll just do the run-up check here. The simulator, fuel selector right, T's and P's in the green, mixture reach 2000 RPM. Max to left, there's a drop, back to birth, and right, there's a drop, that's good, back to birth. The test annunciator, it's good. Vacuum is 4.75, so it's good. Circuit breakers all in. Ammeter is charging. Carby hit. We get the drop. Carby off. And test for idle. Idle is at 800 RPM, so it's good. Back to 1000. That should be the run-up checks, and before takeoff checks. Fuel selector right, instrument set and checked, radio on, circuit breakers all in, throttle friction is checked, flaps down, trims set at takeoff, right, and then harness is secured, doors latched, departure brief. Today we're going out to training area for forced landing practice. We depart from runway 29 on the right. We have wind, 9 knots of wind coming from 3 or 5. So the plane will probably weather cork towards right. Maybe we also have to drift slightly to our right when we take off. Other than that, we have clear sky, so no cloud. We can remain VMC. Our visibility was greater than 5K, so it's all good. We'll just watch out for the traffic in the training area. We haven't been there for a while. Okay, that departure brief is complete. Takeoff safety brief. If there is an engine failure, fire, or abnormality while I'm on the runway, I'll close the throttle, brake is required. If the same happens shortly after takeoff, with sufficient runway remaining, I'll lower the nose, apply full flap, land and brake. If the same happens with insufficient runway remaining, I'll lower the nose, maintain 73 knots, selector fill 30 degrees either side of my nose. Apply flap as necessary, land. I'll only turn back towards the runway if I'm at 1000 feet AGL or on downwind leg. Takeoff safety brief complete. Okay, so I'll have a look at the checklist. Run up check, parking brake on, fuel selector is changed to right, mixtures at reach, throttle, we checked magnetos, we checked the vacuum annunciator, checked, carb heat was off, alternator was charging, throttle idled at 800 RPM, so good. Run up checks complete. Before takeoff checks, fuel selector right, instrument, no, I haven't checked the controls, yeah. So, okay, all three. Yeah, instruments set and checked. Radio is on and set and checked. Throttle friction checked. Mixture reach. Master switch, alternator switch is on. Can turn the fuel pump on. Primer is in and locked. Magnet is on both. Throttle control is full free and correct. Flaps 0. Trim set to take off. Harness is fastened. Doors latched. Departure brief complete. Takeoff safety brief complete. So parking brakes coming off. Tango November Kilo Alpha run up bay ready. Taxi to holding point Alpha 8 runway 29 right. Taxi to holding point Alpha 8 runway 29 right. Tango November Kilo. Okay, let's go to the holding point. Right, clear, left clear. Hey, birds. So many birds. Yeah, sometimes you see these birds standing on the runway. Alright, the holding point, we do the lineup check, pitot hit is required. Maybe I'll keep it on. Instruments, DI and compass is lined up. Check. Switch is light, fuel pump is on, lights all on. It's good. The transponder we changed to alt. Trim's already been checked, it's set at takeoff. Altimeter is within tolerance. Lineup checks complete. Okay, we switch to tower. And, Bankstown Tower, Warrior, Tango November Kilo, Alpha 8, ready for upwind departure. We can set the frequency to Sydney Center while we get the clearance. Runway right, clear for takeoff, Tango November Kilo. Okay, let's go. Okay, static RPM, T's and P's in the green, and speed live, rotate. Gears fixed, flaps up, power set, T's and P's in the green, mixture rich, center line is tracking. After takeoff checks complete. We'll stay on this runway heading and climb to 1000 until we leave the Bankstown, the Delta space. Okay, we might finish up changing the frequency for radio 124.55. We got that ready. Okay, we're coming up from 1000. Lower the nose. Wait for the speed to come up. Right, there's 105, 2400 RPM, and trim. Okay, and we see the rail line in front of us. After we go past the railway line, I'll climb up to 2,500 feet. Okay, we're going past the railway line. I'll apply full power and return towards west. 15 degrees of bank and climb. And switch to Sydney Centre frequency. I can tune. We don't do this in real life, but I'll tune Sydney VOR and turn on the DME because our our training area starts at 20 nautical miles away from Sydney VOR. Just to confirm that we are out of the, we don't go into Charlie space. Okay, 2005 feet, level off, speed is there, so reduce power to 2400 RPM, entry again. Yeah, we see that lake on the right hand side. We also see the Western Sydney Airport and the lake on the left, or the brick pit, that's the border. We can double check with the VOR once we go over the 20 nautical mile line. You'll see it just before the lake or at the lake. But normally when we did it without the VOR, we went past the lake just to make sure we're in the training area. Nice day, not too bumpy. Okay, we have that lovely field of ours on our 10 o'clock, where that brown patch is. I mean, wherever we do it in real life, we'll do it, but I was told we might do it there, so we'll just use that space for our selected field. After we go past the lakes, we'll climb up to 3,900 feet. And that brown patch place is very close to our airspace borderline. So we'll make sure when we climb, we'll be on the western side from the field, not on the eastern side, because on the eastern side we have 2,500 as a ceiling. Yep, if you look at the DME here, it's saying 18.2, coming up on the lake. Yeah, I have the second runway for the Western Sydney International, because whoever made this airport, he already put the proposed second runway, which is a lot smaller than the first one, runs parallel on the other side of the terminal. Yeah, that big brown patch on our 10 o'clock, that's going to be our ditch side. Our wind's supposed to be coming from 305, which is to our right, and so if our wind is coming from 305, our crosswind leg will be 215. Maybe I can change the heading bar to 215. Okay, I think we're going past the borderline, the lake. We're going past the lake. Yeah, we're at 20.7 miles away from the Sydney VOR, so we start climbing. I kind of forgot what was the cruise climb configuration. I'm pretty sure it's a full power. I think it's 95 knots. I'll have to have a look just to refresh my memory. But Okay, we'll just fly this heading for a bit until we go a little bit higher. You can slowly start turning left to be on the crosswind. Okay, we're coming up on 3,900, so we can start leveling off and turn right to our heading back a little bit. Okay, and then we go for the cruise configuration. Our speed is coming up on 105. Power, reduce power to 2,400 and trim. Okay, we have our field within our wingspan, so it's good. We can simulate the engine failure now. Simulating engine failure. We trim for glide speed, which is 73 knots. Trim. Okay, there we are. Yep, I'm happy. Carby hit on, mixture rich, and we switch tanks. Okay. And we can do the troubleshoot. Fuel pump is on, selector, it's been switched, and we have fuel in the gauge. Mixture, recycle twice, leave it full. T's and P's in the green, and magnetos on both. Throttle, recycle 3 times and leave it half open. Yep, unfortunately we're not getting the engine back, and we have the field behind us, so we'll turn. We started off at 215, and we want to turn more than 90 degrees. So, I mean, somewhere here lined up with this road, and we also came down 1,000 feet, so 2,000 RPM for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, back to idle. Yep. Alright, our engine's not coming back, so we declare emergency transponder to 7700, and Mayday, Sydney Center, Warrior Tango November Kilo, 2 miles southwest east of Western Sydney International Airport. We had engine failure, and we're gliding to a field. 2 souls on board. Okay, and I'll talk to the passenger. This case is gonna be my instructor. We had an engine failure, and we decided to land on the field. Stay calm. I have practiced this many times, so there shouldn't be any problem getting us to the ground. And in the meantime, if you can help me out, just looking at these numbers here for me and tell me if they change at all. Okay, and I can maybe start turning. Okay, let's turn once more. Alright, we lost another 1,000, so engine warm up, 2,000 RPM, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 50 cents again. It kind of lined up with the field. But we aren't being too high. No, our speed is too slow. I think we can still make the field. Maybe not. I think I left the downwind leg for too long talking. Maybe I should have turned before talking to the passenger. So we just have to keep looking at the situation and make decisions as we go. Alright, we're coming up on 800, so we'll perform go around. Okay, positive rate of climb. We haven't got the flaps, so matter, we'll just keep it at 79 knots and climb maybe turn slightly towards west. And yeah, keep climbing until we have 3,900 feet. And then this time I'm actually gonna land. Get the speed, 79 knots. Yeah, should have done the shutdown check, FMMM. Okay. Oh. Alright, we have the field behind us and we're coming up on 3,900. Okay, we level off. Yeah, I'm pushing it all the way down and it still doesn't want to go down. Anyway, power set to 2,400 and we can trim. Maintain 3,900. And let's commence a turn to the right, maybe 180 degrees kinda, or 270 degrees. Left, center, right. Right up. Yep, there's our field. We want to have a heading of 215. That heading bar is not set right. Yeah. Okay, maintaining 3,900 and we have our field on our left. Okay, coming up on our heading 215. Is that right? No. 215. Okay. Get some speed back. Alright. Yep, we'll simulate the engine failure. Trim for the glide speed, 73 knots. Okay, roughly there. Carb heat on. Mixture full rich. And switch the fuel tank. Done. Our field is behind our tail, so we turn. Maintain 73 knots. Alright. Yeah, I think we can just turn to like a 100. That way. Okay, maybe too fast. So go back to the gliding pace. Alright, Mayday, 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 Sydney Center, Warrior, Tango November Kilo, 2 miles southeast of Western Sydney International. Experienced engine failure, we're gliding to a field, 2 POB. Okay, our height is good. We slightly have do the engine warm up now. 2000 RPM. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know, and then we'll do the first turn. Okay, the field is within our wingspan, so it's good. Once more. Oh, that's good. Oh, turn one. Yeah, our height is good. Okay, we're heading to the field and we're at a good height. We'll just assess the height as we get closer. Talking to my passenger, we had an engine failure. We're gonna ditch, try land to the field in front of us. I think we're a bit too high. Normally we'll be going around from here, but since I'm on a simulator, I'm gonna try land it. Okay. Let's take the second stage of flap. At this stage, I'll turn the fuel pump off, selector off, mixture cut off, magnetors off, and since we've talked to Sydney Centre already, I'll turn the master switch off because our flaps manually operated. Alright, we're really good at good height. We'll just apply another stage of flap. Nothing too difficult. As long as you stay calm, follow the procedures. Yeah. This field have two slopes. Like if we land now, it's gonna be up slope, so a little bit better. After we go this line, it's gonna be downhill a little bit. Maybe I can turn right a little bit. Okay. Alright, nice. Touchdown. Hey. Alright. No, I'll just turn right a little bit, so I have to, and then I'll climb back up. Maybe I'll leave the flap in the first stage so I can clear these trees. We'll keep at 63 knots, best angle of climb. Probably this is what we're gonna do in the short field takeoff practice. But anyway, yeah, keep it at 63. Make sure we clear all these trees. I think we're over the trees. We can lower the nose a little bit, maybe. Yep. And let's speed up to 79 knots. I think that's right. We'll just climb up to 1,500 feet and then we'll go inbound to Bankstown via 2RN. So I'm gonna start turning left a little bit. Watch out for the bank angle. The climbing turn is 15 degrees. 79 knots, 15 degrees. traffic 2RN. I think that white patch is the industrial area, and I see the green patch behind the white patch. That will be 2RN on our 11:30-ish, 11 o'clock. Okay, coming up from 1,500. So lower noise and speed up to 105. See, my nose one doesn't want to go down. Okay. We can be slightly higher because our limit is up to 2,500. We had flaps. I forgot to retract the flaps after takeoff. Yeah, that's why you do the takeoff after takeoff checks. Make sure that flaps up. Oh, reduce power. Maintain 1,500. And we listen to 80s now.
Bankstown Airport information, Delta 2300 Zulu. Wind 337 at Niner. Visibility 6. Sky condition clear. Temperature 10. Dew point 10. Altimeter 29.61. Visual runway 29er center, visual runway 29er right, and visual runway 29er left in use. Landing and departing runway 29er center, runway 29er right, and runway 29er left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact, you have Delta.
It's still Delta, so conditions
Bankstown Airport
stay the
information,
same.
Echo 2. Bankstown Airport information, Echo 2.
Okay. Alright. Yep. Two RNs on our 11. I just fly right hand side of 2RN. Right hand side of this road. Maintain 1,500 feet. Okay. Yeah. We can turn a little bit, maybe towards right. Fly parallel to our road here. Okay, still at 1,500. Speed is a bit too slow, so power up. Alright. Yeah, we're really close to 2RN. I'll switch the radio, but I'll wait until we are at it before start talking to ATC. Yep, 2RNs under our wing. Okay, so, and we're gonna track towards World Farm. I'll speak. Bankstown Tower, Warrior, Tango November Killer, received Delta, 2RN 1,500 inbound. And they'll go either join crosswind or downwind. Runway 29 alright. Whatever they say, I'm just gonna confirm by repeating. And use this time to tune the ground frequency 119.9. can also do the bump fish here, brake pressure checked, parking brake is off, undercarriage fixed, mixture rich, fuel pump on, selector on, it's good, T's and P's in the green, switches all on, hatches and harnesses are secured, lighting considered, pre-landing checks complete. Yep, we're flying. Just Warwick Farm, still maintaining 1,500. I'm gonna maintain 1,500. I don't know if I'm gonna get the clearance for approach. I should before descending down to 1,000. But anyway, because I don't have the ATC on the sim, I'll turn right towards that grade roof building we normally use for our downwind. Yeah. When we come from Prospect, that's the building 12 o'clock was. The runways on our right. When we get close to that building, we'll turn downwind and start descending. Alright, clear of the runway. I think we can reduce power, start our descent to 1,000, circuit height. So our building, I can see the building right, I'm flying over it, turn right to our downwind leg. Okay, pre-landing checks already been done. Tango November Kilo, downwind, full stop. Okay, we're a bit high, so and we just came past the runway threshold. Carby hit on, speed down to 1,000. The flap retraction speed is identified. We take first stage of flap, left, center, right. Okay, I'll take the second stage of flap. Level. Extended center line. Left, center, right. Take last stage of flap. Carby hits coming off. Have to add a bit of trim. Okay, pitch is fixed, undercarriage fixed, flaps full, carby hits off, windsock checked. Runway right, cliff to land. Tango November Kilo. Okay. A bit too slow, 61 maybe. Alright. On the gable markers, so power to idle, round up, and flat. I'll just use the next, or maybe in real life I'm gonna land a little bit later, maybe use the next exit. Or we can get out there and taxi for a bit. Anyway, I didn't even have to use any brakes. Plenty of runway. Yeah, it's a bit laggy when I turn on VR. Okay, vacated active, so we switched to ground. Bankstown ground, Warrior Tango November Kilo vacated active onto taxiway Alpha, request parking, Alpha 3 parking. Okay, and then the transponder, stand by, flaps, retract the flaps, and the trims we can set it back, take off, and mixture, we can lean the mixture, although we don't really have that long place to go. Get into this parking area here. Okay. Increase RPM a little bit. We do the max check before shutting down, so back to the left, drop, back to bud, to right, and back to bud. Okay, mixture. Where is the mixture? Cut off. Propeller stopped. Magneto is off. I have to feel for the switch to find them. Anyway, I turn off the radio master switch. We can turn on. Some airplanes have master switch, some airplanes don't. We'll turn the light on. Okay, keys out. It's done. Set the parking brake. Write down the numbers. And that's it. Okay. Good luck in your flight if you're one of us. Otherwise, enjoy your day. See you.